Hello everyone, we are overlooking the strange island that appeared near Bravel, which is right here. So we're going to go down and experience the Shivering Isles. So Shivering Isles is a DLC. I really love it. This is one of my favorite parts of this game. I love the voice actor that does the voice of Sheogorath. It's a good storyline. I found a strange door in Nibbin Bay.
Can't talk now. That door has been making noises again. No telling what's coming out.
No, go away. I'm not here.
Here
It's not
comes
right.
another one!
Madness! Why? Why? Everything is wrong. It can't be done. Stay away from me. I won't go back. You can't make me go back. I'll kill you all. You're all going to die.
Stay back!
I'm
This one's
warming
violent.
up, you pathetic worm. Stay away. Look out. Oh.
Do your
Stay
worst!
away.
I fought
Watch out.
mud crabs more fierce. I'd stay back from that door if I were you. Nothing that's gone in has come out right. I don't know where it came from, and I don't want to. Those who've gone in have come back out wrong. I'm just here to warn folks to stay away.
What happened
Look
to
for
them?
yourself. Their brains are addled. Got no sense. Perfectly normal people went in there. And this is what's come out.
I'm going in.
It's your funeral. I'm just here to warn people, not keep them out. Go ahead in. I'll be here to clean up the mess when you come out. Unworthy, unworthy, unworthy! Useless mortal meat! Wicked bag of dung! A nice effort, though. Shame he's dead. These things happen.
Bring me a champion, rend the flesh of my foes, a mortal champion to wade through the entrails of my enemies. It's a very nice tree.
Do come in. It's lovely in the Isles right now. Perfect time for a visit.
Do sit down.
School.
Yes, what can I do for you? I imagine you're here about the door? Yes, you have entered, and now you are here. Amazing. Truly.
Who are you?
I am Haskell, Chamberlain to the Lord Sheogorath.
What is this place?
You approach the Shivering Isles. Through the door behind me lies the realm of Sheogorath, Prince of Madness, Lord of the Never There.
Why did that door appear in Cyrodiil?
Because my lord wills it to be so. It poses no danger to Mundus. No compact has been violated. It is a doorway, an invitation. Perhaps you will accept it for what it is.
What do you want with me?
For you? I do not know. My lord seeks a mortal to act as his champion. As for his intent, to attempt to fathom it is a foolish endeavor. His will is his own. His reality follows suit. You are here because you chose to enter. You were not summoned.
And the people outside?
They entered this realm and were ill prepared. Their minds are now the property of my lord.
How can they be cured?
Cured? You speak as if they are diseased. They live now in another state of being. Perhaps it is you who needs a cure.
What happens now?
You do as you will. You may leave the way you entered. Your life will be none the worse for your time spent here. Or you may continue onward, through the door behind me. If you can pass the gates of madness, perhaps the Lord Sheogorath will find a use for you.
And if I go through the door?
Who is to say? There are always choices to be made. The realm of madness is no different in that regard. Your choices are your own. Enter or do not, but make your decision. I've other duties to which I must attend. Speak with me again when you have made up your mind. The anticipation is almost too much to bear.
So one of the interesting things about Haskell is he's very sane. And so are the Mazkin and Oriel, who are the saints and seducers, the basically angelic and demonic guardians of Sheogorath's realm. So that's interesting. They're really, the citizens and the ruler are insane, but the administration is very sane. The Madness of Pelagius by Tsethanas. The man who would be emperor of all Tamriel was born Thoris Pelagius Septim, prince of the royal family of Wayrest in 3E 119 at the end of the glorious reign of his uncle Antiochus I. Wayrest had been showered by much preference during the years before Pelagius' birth, for King Magnus was Antiochus' favorite brother. It is hard to say when Pelagius' madness first manifested itself, for, in truth, the first 10 years of his life were marked by much insanity in the land itself. When Pelagius was just over a year old, Antiochus died, and a daughter, Kintyra, assumed the throne to the acclaim of all. Kintyra II was Pelagius' cousin, and an accomplished mystic and sorceress. If she had sufficient means to peer into the future, she would have surely fled the palace. The story of the Red Diamond has been told in many other scholarly journals, but as most historians agree, Kintyra II's reign was usurped by her and Pelagius' cousin Uriel by the power of his mother, Potema, the so-called Wolf Queen of Solitude. The year after her coronation, Kintyra was trapped in Glenpoint and imprisoned in the imperial dungeons there. All of Tamriel exploded into warfare as Prince Uriel took the throne as Uriel III. The High Rock, because of the imprisoned empress's presence there, was the location of some of the bloodiest battles. Pelagius' father, King Magnus, allied himself with his brother Sepphoris against the usurper emperor and brought the wrath of Uriel III and Queen Potema down on Wayrest. Pelagius, his brothers and sisters, and his mother, Uthelia, fled to the Isles of Balfiera. Uthelia was in the line of Durrani, and her family manse was still located on that ancient isle, even to this day. There is thankfully much written record of Pelagius' childhood in Balfiera recorded by nurses and visitors. All who met him described him as a handsome, personable boy, interested in sport, magic, and music. Even assuming diplomats' lack of candor, Pelagius seemed, if anything, a blessing to the future of the Septim dynasty. When Pelagius was 8, Sepphoris slew Uriel III at the Battle of Ikidag and proclaimed himself Emperor Sepphoris I. For the next 10 years of his reign, Sepphoris battled Potema. Pelagius' first battle was the Siege of Solitude, which ended with Potema's death and the final end of the war. In gratitude, Sepphoris placed Pelagius on the throne of Solitude. As King of Solitude, Pelagius' eccentricities of behavior began to be noticeable. As a favorite nephew of the emperor, few diplomats to Solitude made critical commentary about Pelagius. For the first 2 years of his reign, Pelagius was at the very least noted for his alarming shifts in weight. 4 months after taking the throne, a diplomat from Ebonheart called Pelagius a hale and hearty soul with a heart so big it widens his waist. 5 months after that, the visiting princess of Firsthold wrote to her brother that the king gripped my hand and it felt like I was being clutched by a skeleton. Pelagius is greatly emaciated indeed. Zephyrus never married and died childless 3 years after the Siege of Solitude. As the only surviving sibling, Pelagius's father Magnus left the throne of Wayrest and took residence at the imperial city as the Emperor Magnus I. Magnus was elderly and Pelagius was his oldest living child, so the attention of Tamriel focused on Sentinel. By this time, Pelagius's eccentricities were becoming infamous. There are many legends about his acts as king of Sentinel, but few well-documented cases exist. It is known that Pelagius locked the young princes and princesses of Silvanar in his room with him, only releasing them when an unsigned declaration of war was slipped under the door. When he tore off his clothes during a speech he was giving at a local festival, his advisors apparently decided to watch him more carefully. On the orders of Magnus, Pelagius was married to the beautiful heiress of an ancient dark elf noble family, Cataria Ra'athium. Nordic kings who marry dark elves seldom improve their popularity. There are 2 reasons most scholars give for the union. Magnus was trying to cement relations with Ebonheart, where Ra'athium clan hailed. Ebonheart's neighbor, Mournhold, had been a historical ally of the Empire since the very beginning, and the royal consort of Queen Barensaia had won many battles in the War of the Red Diamond. Ebonheart had a poorly kept secret of aiding Uriel III and Potema. The other reason for the marriage was more personal. Cataria was as shrewd a diplomat as she was beautiful. If any creature was capable of hiding Pelagius's madness, it was she. On the 8th of Second Seed 3E145, Magnus I died quietly in his sleep. Joleth, Pelagius's sister, took over the throne of Solitude. Pelagius and Cataria rode to the imperial city to be crowned emperor and empress of Tamriel. It is said that Pelagius fainted when the crown was placed on his head, but Cataria held him up so only those closest to the throne could see what had happened. Like so many Pelagius stories, this cannot be verified. Pelagius III never truly ruled Tamriel. Cataria and the Elder Council made all the decisions, and only tried to keep Pelagius from embarrassing all. Still, stories of Pelagius III's reign exist. It was said that when the Argonian ambassador from Blackrose came to court, Pelagius insisted on speaking in all grunts and squeaks, as that was the Argonians' natural language. It is known that Pelagius was obsessed with cleanliness, and many guests reported waking to the noise of an early morning scrub-down of the imperial palace. The legend of Pelagius, while inspecting the servants' work, suddenly defecating on the floor to give them something to do, is probably apocryphal. When Pelagius began actually biting and attacking visitors to the imperial palace, it was decided to send him to a private asylum. Cataria was proclaimed regent 2 years after Pelagius took the throne. For the next 6 years, the emperor stayed in a series of institutions and asylums. Traitors to the empire have many lies to spread about this period. Whispered stories of hideous experiments and tortures performed on Pelagius have almost become accepted as fact. The noble lady Cataria became pregnant shortly after the emperor was sent away, and rumors of infidelity and even more absurd conspiracies to keep the sane emperor locked away ran amok. As Cataria proved, her pregnancy came about after a visit to her husband's cell. With no other evidence, as loyal subjects, we are bound to accept the empress's word on the matter. Her second child, who would reign for many years as Uriel IV, was the child of her union with her consort Lariat, and publicly acknowledged as such. On a warm night in Sun's Dawn, in his 34th year, Pelagius III died after a brief fever in his cell at the Temple of Kinnereth in the Isle of Bettany. Cataria I reigned for another 46 years before passing the scepter onto her only child she had with Pelagius, Cassander. Pelagius's wild behavior has made him perversely dear to the province of his birth and death. The 2nd of Sun's Dawn, which may or may not be the anniversary of his death, records are not very clear, is celebrated as Mad Pelagius, the time when foolishness of all sorts is encouraged, and so, one of the least desirable emperors in the history of the Septim dynasty has become one of the most famous ones.
Yes? What is it you want? Let's be civil, shall we? Please, have a seat.
Oh, still okay.
Well, have you made up your mind? The tension is almost palpable.
I'll do it.
Fine. I'm sure my lord will be most pleased, assuming you ever manage to see him. You'll want to pass through the gates of madness. Oh, and mind the gatekeeper. He dislikes strangers to the realm. Enjoy your stay.
Oh. I guess the butterflies happen later. Nope. Oh, they're not butterflies. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Lots of butterflies. There we go. Through the fringe of madness, I've entered the Shivering Isles. In order to find the lord of this realm, I must first pass through the gates of madness. So, yeah, this is the realm, and the fringe is the little walled area I'm in now. Mad God's Boot, Shallow Grove, New Sheoth, and GNC. The Fester's Spine Mountains, Heretic's Horn. Okay. So there are new models here. Yeah, that's a Gromite, I think. Sorry, I keep trying to use the right button and blocking. I am not getting... I didn't get a, didn't get a health bar on that. Gromites and ballywogs. All sorts of new stuff. There are a couple of people here, but they're mostly crazy. Yeah, pass wall.
I tried to warn them.
You can talk to some of them, but there's not
Maybe they're just confused.
much of a point.
Hello, I'm Sheldon. Welcome to my town. He guards the gates of madness. See for yourself. He's about to destroy a party of adventurers. They say the keys are sewn up in the gatekeeper's body. Basically, that means you're not getting in. The place was pretty deserted when I got here. Of course, once I was here, others followed. Can't say I blame them. Don't run into the water to escape a Scalon. They'll follow you. Take care. You there! Stay away from the gatekeeper. Let us handle this. This should be easy.
You never have me down!
Take that! This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
Formidable gatekeepers destroyed a party of adventurers. I should talk to the residents of Passwell before trying to deal with the creature. Okay?
Getting out, they should
Listen to me.
They're bleeding all over the place.
Radical thoughts. Zealotry is an abomination that must be wiped from the Shivering Isles. We cannot suffer our beliefs to spread to even one more soul. Oh, we cannot suffer their beliefs to spread to even one more soul. They name us heretics for our lack of belief. We gladly accept the name and will make an honorable one. It is not heresy to speak truth. It is not heresy to speak out against an unjust lord. It is not heresy to take arms and action in defense of true belief. We are the so-called heretics of the Shivering Isles, but we do not speak heresy. We speak the truth. Our Lord Sheogorath is but a man. He is only flesh and blood, not a god, and certainly not a Daedra prince. There are no princes in the realm of the Daedra, only vile servitors such as the hungers that we summon to do our bidding. Sheogorath the False is a mad despot. Years of dabbling in foul magic and consorting with Daedra have driven him mad. He's not a fit ruler, let alone divine. He perverts the teachings of Arden Sul, he who gave his heart's blood. When the truth of our cause is common knowledge among the people, we will drive him from New Sheoth and put that cesspool to the sword. His forelimbs will be scattered to the four winds. His head will rest upon the hill of suicides, and his heart shall be burnt in the flames of freedom. His entrails shall be fed to the dogs. We will make all the people of the Shivering Isles wear the robes of the heretics. By these robes we know each other to be true non-believers. The people shall return to the wilderness and live among the wild things as we do. They will see the wisdom and purity in the life we lead, and they will hail us as saviors.
Hello, I'm Dreadwin. No one was running this place when I got here. They left plenty of things behind, though. What do you need? He protects the gates of madness. He'll kill anyone who gets near. Anyone except Relmina Verenim. She's staying upstairs right now.
The Argonian bighead is always searching for the fork of horripilation.
I feel like I need to be on the other side. I'm just not sure how to get in. I took over the inn when I got here. There wasn't anyone living here. Except for Sheldon. He says he's mayor. Don't believe it.
Take care.
Hi, I'm J-Red Iceveins. Do you ever wonder why things look better without their skin on? For instance, you can only really see the bones when you take them out. You can hear them better that way, too. I want him dead. I need him dead. His bones are calling to me. Rumor has it you want him dead, too. If you're any good with a lockpick, we can help each other out. We can get into the gardens of flesh and bone. They say the gatekeeper's magical. I don't believe in magic, but I do believe in bones. And the best way to kill something is with the bones of its own. I can see the bones of a dead gatekeeper in the courtyard of the gardens. The door's locked, though. You'll pick that lock, and I'll collect the bones. Then I'll make some arrows, and we'll kill the gatekeeper. Sound good? Here, take this lockpick. Careful, it's the only one I've got. You open the door, I'll kill things. Let's go.
Hello.
Don't be shy.
Where? Alright, I'm gonna talk to the person upstairs. I had to take a break and come back because all the women were bare-breasted. Now, I don't have a problem with that, but YouTube does, so... yeah. We'll continue with people being clothed.
I'm
It was
not
a
sure
mod
I can
issue,
make this much clearer.
as it usually
Stop
is.
wagging that tongue at me, or I will rip it out!
Ask about Gardens of Flesh and Bone.
It is where the body of my child was grown, and the resting place of his less fortunate siblings. You have no business going there.
Ask about the Gatekeeper.
The Gatekeeper is my child, the consummation of Sheogorath's wisdom in the womb of my genius. It was a painful and bloody birth, but well worth it. His brothers were less successful. He won't bother those blessed by Lord Sheogorath. You, however, will die trying to get the keys from my child.
Blessed by Sheogorath?
You? No. You have a conventional type of soul, but I don't make that decision. The Shivering Isles belong to Lord Sheogorath. Were it up to me, I'd cut you open and show you just how uninspired your blood is. No, you won't be getting in.
Then I must kill the Gatekeeper.
Try him, if you like. Believe me, after you die, I can put your flesh and bones to very good use.
I will find a way.
I'm bored with you. Why don't you talk to Ninette? She likes talking. I'll need to cure her of that habit soon enough. There's one sure way to stop a tongue from flapping. Cut it out. Shall I demonstrate?
She's absolutely charming. And thankfully, she's dressed. So yeah, my base Skyrim mod list now has all the sex mods, all the nudity mods, everything, and to be able to put any of it onto YouTube, I have to cut out all the bits.
Well, hello, I'm Ninette Dawn. I wasn't sure why I came here until she showed up. Now I know I'm going to be a powerful sorceress, just like Romina. Do you hear that sound? It's like a horse dying.
Gardens of Flesh and Bone.
It's just down the road from Passwall. It's where Romina created the Gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper.
He's Romina's crowning achievement. The Gatekeeper keeps out people who don't belong in the Shivering Isles. She made him in the Gardens of Flesh and Bone. She's my teacher. She's going to teach me all her secrets. Oh, and this is really interesting. Wait. Never mind. My big mouth almost just got me in trouble again.
Gatekeeper.
I'd like to tell you, but really, I shouldn't say anything more.
Persuasion.
All right. I've been dying to tell someone. You seem trustworthy enough, but don't tell Romina I said anything. Her Gatekeeper is flawed. Her tears hurt him.
How do tears hurt him?
Her tears somehow agitate the Daedra bound to the Gatekeeper's body. Her tears make it really restless. It strains harder against the warding magic. She may seem like a tough woman, but the Gatekeeper makes her all weepy. Go see for yourself. She visits him every night around midnight. Just don't tell her I said anything. I might get another lesson in the nature of pain. I don't like those lessons very much.
Gates of Madness.
Can't get in without Sheogorath's blessing. That's what Romina says. That's the reason we're all waiting here, for Sheogorath's blessing. Oh, and I guess there's keys sewn up inside the Gatekeeper's body. Not sure why someone would do that. It's not like anyone can get them now.
Passwall.
I don't know who built it. It was here before any of us arrived. It looks like other people lived here before. Dreadwind's been selling what they left behind, so if you need something, talk to her. She's in the Wastrel's purse. In Crucible, a man named Hyrus Clutumnus has been trying to convince people to kill him.
Somebody stop that awful racket!
Okay. So, how do I tell what time of day it is? Ah, right. Look at the time. Alright. 7. I hate these maps so much. Okay, so let's wait. Let's save. Pretty tree. Ah, I do have a clock. It's 23:59. There she is. Woo! Lightning bugs. Great. I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to kill him now or.
I'm so glad to see you, my dear child. How are you? Look at all the bones around you. You've been a busy little boy, haven't you? Seeing you warms my cold heart. Why has he forsaken us? No, it's too much. I don't know why I keep coming to visit you. No, you mustn't come near me when I'm crying. You remember what happened last time you touched my tears.
Sorceress has dropped a handkerchief full of her tears, which apparently can hurt the gatekeeper. I should get that handkerchief. I can also follow Jared to the Gardens of Flesh and Bone. Where is that handkerchief? Oh, hey! Oh. I'm just looking for your mom's handkerchief, like you do. Alright. That's not good. Are you still following me? Where is the handkerchief? Aha! I've squeezed the handkerchief full of the sorceress's tears into a bottle. This may act as a poison to the gatekeeper. I have a limited number of doses, so I'll need to be careful using them. I can also follow Jared to the Gardens of Flesh and Bone. Run! Run, run! Nothing? Come on, Jared. Let's go do the crazy thing. Oh, he may not be crazy, just, really, they're just really gross. I mean, if it works, is it crazy?
I can hear the bones talking. Do your worst! Ha ha! Show me what you've got!
What are you? Decrepit shambles. Ooh.
I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you. This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death. Here we are. From these gatekeeper bones, I can make some arrows.
When will these bone arrows be ready?
Find me in a few hours. We'll kill the gatekeeper.
Bone arrows.
The arrows aren't ready yet. Come back later.
Gatekeeper.
He must die. It's the only way.
Gates of Madness.
I can hear them calling to me from the other side. We need to kill the gatekeeper. He has the keys.
Pass wall.
I followed the bones. They led me here. I just moved in when I got here. No one seemed to mind. Everyone here seems to be waiting for something. Una Armina runs a museum in Crucible. Bye.
It is not equipping my shield to block. There we go. Now I want to load it a glass shield because I want the set. I mean, I don't want to look like crap. She looks pretty good. Why play a fantasy game looking like utter crap? Don't want to be a murder hobo. Spent plenty of time being a murder hobo. Okay. Alright. That is a Scalon. Okay, so let me wait a few hours.
We should go hunting soon. The arrows are ready. Here are some for you, and I'll keep some. Let's go kill the gatekeeper. We might die, but there's worse things.
Follow me?
Let's go!
Not sure how to use the tiers. Suppose we'll find out.
Die! Do your worst! Die!
I don't know if I'm supposed to use it like a potion or what. Throw it like a grenade? Is it under handkerchief? Is it under tears? Is it under guardian? I don't see it. I don't see it. So we'll just do it this way, huh?
Hey. Show me what you've got. Not the best you can do. Take that. I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm. Not the best you can do. Show me what you've got.
Sorry, Jaden. I stabbed you quite a bit. The gatekeeper's dead. I should retrieve the keys to the gates of madness from the gatekeeper's corpse.
The gatekeeper is slain. Congratulations. The honor of taking the keys from his corpse is yours. The gatekeeper's dead. As soon as you get one of those doors unlocked, we can go in. They're calling to me from in there. As soon as you get those doors unlocked, I'm going in. See you later.
Key to dementia and key to mania. I have both the key to mania and the key to dementia. I can go through either door of the gates of madness.
So, you've managed to kill the gatekeeper. Pity. Well, you'll now be able to enter the realm proper. You'll notice there are 2 doors. One leads to the lands of mania, the other to dementia. Enter through either one. The lands are quite distinct, but both are Sheogorath's domain. You'll want to seek out Lord Sheogorath. I believe he has plans for you. Try not to disappoint him.
Ask about dementia?
The lands of Dementia reflect the darker side of its residents. It is easy to get lost among the tangle of roots growing out of the ground. If you wish to meet Dementia's citizens, seek them out in Deepwallow or Felmore. I'm sure they'll welcome one such as you with open arms.
Gates of Madness.
The doorways into the realm proper. You may enter through either one. Really, it depends on which aspect of the realm more suits your disposition. As I've said, all choices have consequences, but don't trouble yourself too much with your decision. All those that enter the realm are forever changed, but some believe it is for the better. A good portion of them,
yes, but they're
at least.
crazy. Mania.
The lands of Mania are bright, vibrant, and full of color. You'll find its inhabitants reflect the land itself. If you wish to meet the residents of Mania, you'll find them in the settlements of Hale and Highcross. Take care, though. Though the citizens and creatures of Mania are colorful, they can often be quite deadly. I'm sure you can handle it, though.
New Sheoth.
It is, of course, the capital of the Shivering Isles. It is divided into Bliss, Crucible, and the Palace districts.
Sheogorath.
He is the Prince of Madness, the ruler of the Shivering Isles. It is by his will that we exist in this place. He is our Lord and Master. You'll want to speak with him soon, as I believe he has plans for you. You will find him in New Sheoth, in his palace. It is best not to make Lord Sheogorath wait. His whims are fleeting, and should he decide you are no longer necessary, it would be to your detriment.
Shivering Isles.
You will enter soon, I imagine, through the gates of madness and into the lands of mania and dementia. It is the realm of Lord Sheogorath. It is what he wills it to be. The trees bloom according to his whim, and the wind blows at his command. Tread lightly in the Isles. It is not a place suited to all mortals, but I'm sure you'll do fine. If only we could speak more often.
Oh, Haskell. I want a Haskell follower. I think I'm gonna go to Mania. Yeah, you guys just have a bunch of heavy steel. So, Blessing of Mania has been added. I've entered the Shivering Isles. I should seek out Sheogorath. Let me see. Magic. Active effects. Oh. Thought it said Blessing of Mania was added, but I don't know. So, the doors really don't matter. You either go, north or south. I'm going to take the low road to New Sheoth. This is gorgeous. Is someone trying to kill me already? Sounds like Gromite shooting an arrow. Oh. It was probably Jared.
Do the bones talk to you, too? Those bones want out.
It is beautiful here. The roads are usually pretty okay. There's the occasional scala and grumite. Just to mix it up a little bit. Wow. Pretty. So I did... grumite. I did play the game when it came out. I think I got to level 17, but I was in the middle of Skyrim modding, and I just went back to that. I know when I logged back on, I was in the Shivering Isles. I'd made it to level 17. Boy, I need a better heal. In terms of modding, yes, a new game does not offer much. The same thing happened with Starfield when I went and played it. I did play through Starfield a few times because they made that really interesting. But there's just something very special about modding. Ballywogs, I believe, are baby grumites. God, that's beautiful. That is something. What is happening here? Slowly he turns. Oh, what? What is... Well, they are crazy here. Are you gonna do anything about that? I guess not. Okay, I'll leave you guys to it. Thanks for the loot. Still got combat music. Oh, you look like a hunger. Yeah, yeah, you sure do. Blade mastery increased. The cutscenes from long practice sessions with all manner of blades has its benefits. You're now an apprentice with blade weapons. Your power attacks are more powerful. Your blade weapons are more durable. It was just paralyzed. Say, I ain't dead. That is from Terry Pratchett. One of the characters, Granny Weatherwax, used to go on vision quests and trances, and she would leave a note propped up against her body that said, I ain't dead. Terry Pratchett actually has a connection to Oblivion. There is a follower mod for this game that he partially wrote with another fan. I think it's Vilnia, which is just one of those amazing bits of game lore. I tried playing with Vilnia in Skyrim, and what? Hey, yeah, you're invisible. I see you. Oh, my favorite companion mod in Skyrim is Kaiden, so there's really no competition there. As charming as Vilya's story is, she can't compete. I went ahead and just loaded a bunch of gems. I'm not all that worked up about whether or not that's vanilla. I just want to use my weapons. This maintenance doesn't appeal to me. There are some follower mods for Morrowind, but the base game is not really built for long-term companions. Wow, look at the waterfall. That is cool. And it is so capable of bugging out that ultimately I gave up on having followers.
Blessings, citizen. Mad God's blessings. The Maz can guard Crucible in New Sheoth. We ensure the Demented remain orderly and respectful of our Lord Sheogorath. Sheogorath is our Lord, ruler of the Shivering Isles. It is by his whim that the Maz can walk, and we serve our master to the death. The Shivering Isles are a reflection of our Lord Sheogorath, divided yet perfect.
Sure.
Walk with our Lord.
I saw the Zaxxer, and I magged it too. Oh, fribble.
This Mazkin must return to duty.
Gal burst in it.
Okay, I remember this town as being rather difficult to navigate, so I'll follow. Ugh, gross. I'll follow the quest marker, but it can be hard for me to remember how to get to and from New Sheoth Palace District. So this is dementia. It's kind of gross. Mania is a bit brighter, but of course, they're all crazy. House grounds, okay. So they made Sheogorath not particularly crazy, but just funny. Real crazy. Oh, look, there's a Jiggalag crystal. Real crazy, isn't amusing. So, but this is a game. I think Sheogorath is awesome in writing and in delivery. I believe the actor's name is Wes Johnson. He's amazing. He unfortunately had a stroke, an injury earlier, I think it was last year. I believe he's recovering, but I don't know how much more work he's capable of doing, but he just did an extraordinary job. He's also in Elder Scrolls Online.
Always a pleasure.
Hey, Haskell.
A new arrival! Shame about my gatekeeper. I'm so happy I could just tear out your intestines and strangle you with them. I suppose an introduction is in order. I'm Sheogorath, Prince of Madness, and other things. I'm not talking about them. You've probably figured that out by now. Let's hope so, or we're in real trouble. And out come the intestines, and I skip rope with them. But perhaps now's not the time. You've made it this far, farther than anyone else. Well done. Take this trinket of mine. Perhaps it will serve you well, or look lovely on your corpse.
What do you want?
I've been waiting for you, or someone like you, or someone other than you for some time. I need a champion, and you've got the job! Time to save the realm, rescue the damsel, slay the beast, or die trying. Your help is required. A change is coming. Everything changes, even Daedric princes, especially Daedric princes.
Changes?
Daedra are the embodiment of change and permanency. I'm no different, except in the ways that I am. The Grey March is coming, and you're going to stop
Grey
it.
March.
The details aren't important, at least not right now. Eternity is on a rather tight deadline. We'll get back to that later.
What now?
Now, you run an errand for me. An important one. Of course, anything I tell you to do is important. My realm, my rules. You're going to Zedilian, one of my favorite spots in the Isles. It's a little place I used to take care of unwanted visitors. And some are more unwanted than others.
Why Zedilian?
The gatekeeper takes care of most of the unwanted, but he's dead. We'll have to remedy that soon as well. Anyway, there are those that have other ways into my realm, and they're on the move. We don't want them here, trust me. So, you're going to get Zedilian up and running. Here's a little book to tell you how. And the Attenuator of Judgment. You'll need that too. Of course, you can always get more details from Haskell. He's a detail-oriented type of person. A big help. And a snappy dresser. Now, get going, before I change my mind. Or my mind changes me.
Grey March.
Really, no need to trouble yourself with the details of that now. It would just cloud your little mind. What is important is getting to Zedilian. Quickly! Before I get bored. Oh, you wouldn't like me when I'm bored.
New Sheoth.
New Sheoth. My home away from places that aren't my home. The current location is much better than some of the prior ones. Don't you think?
Sheogorath.
Yes? Speaking to me? Well, I'm he. He's me. And others as well. Or they were, weren't they?
Shivering Isles.
The Isles. The Isles! A wonderful place. Except when it's horrible. Then it's horribly wonderful. Good for a visit. Or for an eternity. A little busy here! I'm trying to decide what to have for dinner. Oh, how I love eating. One of my favorite things to do. Talk to Haskell if you need more information. He's got more brains than a brain pie. Oh, brain pie. Perfect! Care to donate? You can go now. Run along. Scoot.
The Mad God has given you a task. Surely someone of your copious talent should be able to handle it.
Sheogorath.
He is the Prince of Madness, the ruler of the Shivering Isles.
Shivering Isles.
The Shivering Isles is what Sheogorath wills it to be.
Zedilian.
Yes, quite an amazing place, really. Wonderful for relieving one's tension as you watch those troublesome adventurers suffer. No offense. I'd say your next move is to head to Zedilian and get it reactivated.
Reactivated.
Yes? Ah, silly me. The book has no pictures. Can't really expect you to read that now, can I? To reactivate Zedilian for my lord's pleasure, you'll need to find 3 focus crystals and return them to their resting place. Each crystal has a matching receptacle called a judgment nexus. Even you can't miss them. Without the crystals in place, the resonator of judgment, Zedilian's power source, cannot be restored. You have the attenuator, the manual, and a map. I'm certainly not going to carry you there, so I'd suggest you get to it. Place one foot in front of the other. You know how it goes. The Mad God has given you a task. Surely someone of your copious talent should be able to handle it. I'd suggest you make haste and get to Zedilian. My Lord Sheogorath does not like those who lollygag. Or maybe he does? Bah, just get going. A glorious existence, truly.
Okay, so you have the dual carpet, his throne is dual, his clothing is dual. Let's find the book. Manual of Zedilian. On the subject of Zedilian's construction, Lord Sheogorath, let me begin by extending the warmest regards to you and your noble being. The construction was completed on time and well under budget, as you demanded, under pain of fun, I believe you are quoted as saying, and with only the most infinitesimal loss of life. I am proud to say that by harnessing the energy of that most unusual crystal in formation, Zedilian should maintain itself for years to come, with proper maintenance, of course. At your request, I have included the full operation instructions for each section of the site. If you have any other questions, please feel free to bother me anytime, like when you originally thought of this idea in the middle of the night. The heart of Zedilian is its power source, the resonator of judgment. By tuning this huge chunk of crystal with the attenuator of judgment, a tuning fork of sorts, we've released a wave of siren-like sounds that will draw anyone from outside the Isles. 3 focus crystals have been placed throughout the site to assist in keeping the wave of sound even and stable. This site will not function without all 3 focus crystals running in unison, so it's important to keep them clean and safe on their cradles, which I have called their judgment nexus. The focus crystals are irreplaceable at this time, so take proper precautions guarding the site when not in use. Zedilian is split into 3 encounter areas, all linked with the latest in arcane transport technology. As the hapless Zedilianites, it was fun to experiment on them, thank you for that, make their way through each room, they're subjected to a test based either on the manic philosophy or that of the demented, whichever suits your whim of the time. All you need is to push a single button. Then sit back with your favorite wine. We've provided luxurious observation platforms from which to enjoy the show and watch the results. Each encounter has a unique theme that matches your requests as close as we could provide. I think you'll be pleased with the results. Below I have detailed each room and the effects you can expect from them. In brief, as I know your lordship is busy. Chamber of Conversion. Fairly empty room, with a large grating on the floor and a single half-sized, harmless gnarl wandering in the center. Manic result. Our small, harmless gnarl will be grown in size to nearly thrice that of the average Zedilianite. Most we observe run around in an attempt to escape the lumbering creature. Eventually, it will stop and fade away. The magic of the room is enhanced by the spore gas we pump in through the grating. Demented result. Our tiny friend Gnarl is joined by a small swarm of its brethren, and they attack our surprised guests. Genius. Chamber of Avarice. In this room, a huge mound of treasure sits atop a half-ziggurat inside a securely locked cage, to which there is no key. Manic result. We drop several hundred keys on the ground that are all exact duplicates. It's amusing to watch Zedilianites scramble through the keys for the correct one. Some spend days. Amazing. Demented result. When the Zedilianite reaches the top of the ziggurat, we blast them with a highly concussive flame spell. Blast always sends them flying. Good fun for all, discounting those who do not survive. Chamber of Anathema. As you requested, we saved this one for last. The Zedilianite that has the mettle to make it this far now faces the toughest challenge of all. The room features freshly killed corpses, blood, and plenty of hanging bodies, for your darker moods, my lord. Manic result. We kill the Zedilianite and cause a specter of his former self to rise from the body. Not many Zedilianite minds can handle this one. Most go insane this far into the site. I must confess, this room is a favorite of mine. Demented result. Nothing better than a good old-fashioned battle. We raise at least double the number of zombies as there are Zedilianites and let them all have it. Have at it. Simple, elegant, and deadly. I hope you are pleased with the results of Zedillion. I know you'll have just as much fun using it as we had fun constructing it. Strangely, we have yet to receive payment for the site, but I'm sure it's just a minor oversight and it will be corrected as soon as your lordship has a Okay, if I remember, Zedillion is... No, I don't remember. Zedillion South. Okay. I'll head to Blackroot Lair and go south.
Blessings, citizen.
So considering, yeah, I had said maybe I wouldn't use the sword much, but I am. I have the game set to... This is supposed to be ridiculous levels of easy, but it's still taking multiple hits to kill anything, even with really good gear, so I don't know what the deal is there. There's no such thing as a one-shot. That is so awesome. Look at the water. The ripples. It's amazing. So I will be using and raising up... Is it... the sword from this expansion, which essentially, like Sheogorath, has two personalities. One during day and one at night.
I'm Ingvar the Wanderer, although most people now call me Ingvar Doomsayer. It's true, the world is about to be destroyed. Some people are frightened by this, or they despair, or even try to deny the truth of what I say. But my message is actually one of comfort. The world is ending, and we can't do anything about it. Once you accept that, you'll be at peace, like me.
I believe he wrote a book. There is a book. I have read it in Skyrim, so we'll try to get a copy of it here. But, yeah, he has more lore about what's going on.
I hear that Iril is fed up with Brythar's antics. He really wants something done about it. Iril has a big problem with Brythar. I don't know exactly what the problem is, but it's safe to say Iril is making a huge fuss over it. Iril owns a magic shop in town called Iril's Mysteries. If you want to know more, I suggest you ask him yourself. See you.
Yep, I believe he is the book author. Okay, here's a town. Okay. This is just weird.
What's the matter?
Okay,
Getting
it's
tired?
Better mousetrap. I've entered Zedillion. I should now begin locating the focus crystals that link the Resonator of Judgment with the rest of the dungeon. Armor mastery increased. Your light armor is like a second skin after all those days and weeks wearing it. You've learned to move easily with it in combat. As a journeyman with light armor, your gear is now damaged at a lower rate. It's a two-shot, that's not bad. Of course, it's a whelp. I don't know why I lost. I can't tell what its hit points are. Oh, it can't see me. What the hell? That's weird. This is bizarre. It doesn't have any hit points that I can see. And I'm stealth. So apparently we're going to be doing this for a while. God, it heals. Better mousetrap. I've discovered the first of the 3 focus crystals. It was affixed to the top of a Grummite shaman's crystal staff. I think they're using the crystals as a power source for their weapons. Now that I've removed it from the staff, I should place the focus crystal in its judgment nexus to continue. I placed the first focus crystal into its nexus. I can now continue searching for focus crystals. Oh, that looks cool. Alright, I'm gonna start casting because my resources are just not great. I run out of... Okay. I'm gonna start summoning a scamp. These fights just take a good long while. I keep trying to adjust this in a way that makes sense. Okay, my stealth's getting better. Yeah, see, the magic from the scamp just, well, blows things up. They really do very much favor magic. I will have to start building some spells to use. Not that I don't like spellcasting, I really do prefer a bow, and it is frustrating when the games just make that harder than it is to cast. I believe all of the paths should be viable. They did a very good job with that with Skyrim, not so much here. So, basic plan is start with a bow. If they make it to me, then, summon companion. And sword and board. But, you can see, I'm starting to get sneak bonuses, which... Are you a sculptor? You sure are. Sneak bonuses can be huge. Well, that was a fair hit. I believe I hit my scamp. Discover the second focus crystal. I should place it in its judgment nexus to continue. So as you could tell from weapon use, there's no way you will ever get enough crystals to support the magic. These are charged grand gems that I just loaded. It's very frustrating to have magical weapons and not really be able to do much with them. I placed the second focus crystal into its nexus. I can now continue searching for the final focus crystal. That just looks awesome. Are you still alive or... Nope, not anymore. So with resource management, it's probably a good idea to alternate between magicka skills and stamina skills, because if I... Oh, hi. Hi. Yeah, they can't see me. That's nice. I like that when you get to that point. It's also very dark in here, so... So I can end up trying to hit things with my sword and I just do not have enough stamina. So if I alternate back to a magic skill, I might have better resource management. Thankfully, with my high intelligence, I've got a decent magicka base, so I should be okay with conjuration for a good long while. I should probably start on other classes. I really hate having to just grind these spells, and I don't have lots and lots of hotkeys. Suppose I should look into a mod that gives me more hotkeys. So pretty much this expansion forces you to be a bad person. There's no Paragon path here. Don't know why they were fighting each other. Discover the third and final focus crystal. I should place it in its judgment nexus to continue. I place the third and final focus crystal into its judgment nexus. Path to the resonator of judgment itself is now clear. My next task should be to attune the resonator by using the attenuator of judgment that Sheogorath provided me. Taking another moment to say that's cool. I love that effect. It's amazing. Okay, so my character's starting to get into the groove of what works for her and what doesn't. Battle is getting less frustrating and more effective. They tend to fight each other no matter what. Okay, I get it. I mean, they're Grumites. They're not that bright. Activating the resonator of judgment. I should now make my way back to New Sheoth and report my success to Sheogorath. That's just cool.
Finally, Lord Sheogorath has sent someone to assist me. But where are my manners? Must get into my professional tone. Welcome to Zidillion. I'm the dungeon caretaker, Killaban Nirendil.
Tell me about this place.
A wonder of engineering, is it not?
Zidillion is the ultimate test of mettle for the foolhardy adventurer that dares trespass into the Shivering Isles. What they don't know is that they're being drawn to their doom, courtesy of the Resonator of Judgment.
A good person would say, enough, how do I get out of here? But this is some content exploration. We already read in the book about what happened, so let's just do it. Interesting. Tell me more.
Ever since that wretched gatekeeper was made, Zidillion became redundant. It fell into disrepair and was eventually all but forgotten. After only a few years passed, the Grummites began moving in. Ghastly things. They mistook the focus crystals for some sort of religious symbols and removed them from their rightful places. This rendered the Resonator inert and Zidillion completely useless. Luckily, you came along and placed Zidillion back into operation.
Oh, enough. How do I get out of here?
Yes, I tend to ramble. You'll have to forgive me. If you have the attenuator, then Sher Gorath must have sent you. Zidillion would normally have sent you back to the entrance when you stepped on the pad in the Resonator chamber. Since you're up here, I can only surmise that adventurers are already entering the dungeon as we speak.
What should I do?
The only thing we can do is let the adventurers complete a cycle through here. I'll be glad to help. I assume Sher Gorath gave you the manual of Zidillion. You can consult it for more information, or I can provide instructions. I will be happy to describe each chamber and explain the event that unfolds as we proceed through Zidillion.
I believe the voice actor is Keith Sarabaka, who I love.
As the adventurers make their way through Zidillion's chambers, they will encounter choices that you make in these control platforms. All you need to do is decide what becomes of the adventurers. Will you drive them insane, or will you pull the life from their bodies?
Do you handle the cleanup?
Well, the dead will be disposed of, have no fear. That's my job. Those that are lucky enough to merely go insane will be granted a place in the Shivering Isles as a permanent resident.
Explain the choices I'm making.
Each chamber presents two options. When you push the appropriate button, an event will unfold for the adventurers to experience. One is physically harmful, usually lethal traps or creatures, something relished by the residents of Dementia. The other choice is more mental. They are designed to make the adventurers lose their grip on reality, much like the residents of Mania. Of course, the introduction of spore gas with the Mania choices helps as well.
How do I know when I'm done?
You'll know you're done when they lie dead on the ground, or they are out of their minds. Of course, any of their possessions you wish to keep are yours for the taking. I'll make sure you get them when you're done.
How do I make the choices?
Simple. Wait until the adventurers are in position, and then press a button. If they survived, they will proceed to the next chamber, and so on. It's really quite ingenious.
That's enough information.
As you wish. So good to be back in business.
Okay, so I'm going to be choosing the less lethal option.
Allow me to be your guide.
So this is the Gnarl Chamber.
Now keep your weapons ready and watch your backs. Do what I say, and we might just get out of here alive. Oh, ain't it cute?
Okay, so the giant Gnarl will disappear.
What in Oblivion is that thing?
This is one of the horrid guardians of which the stories spoke?
Be careful. There may be more to this creature than meets the eye.
What a joke. Let's be rid of this thing and continue on our way.
Are my eyes playing tricks? Or is the creature growing?
By the gods, when will it stop? It could devour us all.
Run for your lives!
Get back here, you cowards. Something's not right.
All this time it was merely an illusion. How clever.
Wait, what's wrong with Lewin?
Makes no sense. Should be dead. But what? No.
I think this place got to him. Perhaps we should leave.
No. We'll pick him up on the way out. He must fend for himself.
To unleash the giant gnarl on the adventurers in Xedilian, with the threat of what he perceives as certain death knocking at his door, Lewin the Rogue has gone insane. I should make my way to the next observation room and choose how the adventurers will encounter their next obstacle.
Watching them run for the giant now gets me every time.
Okay, am I supposed to take that, or...
Going to get us. Kill us all.
Alright.
Watching them run for the giant now gets me every time.
Hey?
Look! I told you. Treasure. Let's have at it, Zendelius.
Okay.
This place is beginning to bug me.
So this is the hundreds of keys.
Blast! The cage is locked.
Grimok, be careful. This looks too good to be true.
If only Lewin were here, he could get us through this in no time.
We'll have to fend for ourselves. Do you think you can pry the door open?
Forget it. This is obviously a trick. Let's get out of here.
To be so close and yet so far. If only we had the key. Wait. Do you hear something? Look! Keys! One of them must open the gate. We're rich!
Let's get out of here, Zendelius. This is obviously a trick to waste our time.
I'll know it when I see it. Yes, it must be here.
They're all fake. Just come with me now.
Find it. Yes, I must find the key. Rich beyond all my dreams.
Bah! Suit yourself.
Caused Sindelius the Mage to go insane by pouring hundreds of keys on the ground, which convinced him that one of them opened the gate to the huge treasure pile. All that remains now is the leader of the group, Gromuk. I should make our way to the last observation room and choose how the stubborn orc will encounter his final obstacle.
Too bad none of those keys fit the lock. Too bad none of those keys fit the lock.
Yeah, that is not Kisarabaka. I don't know if he has two voices or what, but... Alright. Hey.
Steady, Gromuk. Steady. You've been through worse before. What more could this place possibly throw at you?
Okay. Ghost.
Only me left? Fine.
Ghost illusion.
I'll show 'em. What? How in Oblivion can I be dead? This is impossible. Nothing killed me. I didn't even get a chance to fight. No chance to defend myself. No chance for battle. Why? Impossible. This is impossible. Grimacus never lost a fight. Never!
By making Grummak think he actually died and became a ghost, I've driven him insane. Now that all the adventurers have been dealt with, I should speak with Caliban.
You've made short work of the intruders. Sheogorath should be proud to have such an efficient apprentice. Now, if you'll step on the last teleporter pad, I will meet you in the reception chamber so we can recover your earnings. Not to worry. We'll have your spoils too in no time at all.
Let's get this over with.
Heart of Order.
As is the tradition, you are to be awarded a focus crystal as a token of your fine work. I'll have it sent to the palace and placed in the main hall, if you wish to take a look at it.
You spoke of earnings?
Oh, yes, of course. It seems a most unusual weapon was recovered from the orc warrior, Gromok. Never seen anything like it, but perhaps his journal can give you some useful information. Beyond that, take whatever else you need from the recovery chest. You've earned it. You're free to go at any time, of course. Just up that hallway. Good luck to you.
Sindel's Boltcaster. Add Fortify Willpower to my spell list. Grommak's Journal. 3 Rain's Hand, 3E431. We were finally able to convince that idiot rogue Lewin it was time to give up that strong box of money he stole from Lelis quality merchandise in Anvil and ditch it outside the castle. All the heat he brought on the group was starting to chafe. Sindelius pretty much sat him down and made him do it, because I was ready to put my foot in his face. I know he's a rogue, but we're adventurers. We get our loot from raiding old crypts and ruins, and places ain't got guards. Give me a real horse's ass sometimes, I tell ya. 12 Rain's Hand, 3E431. What a bad Freitas we've had. We've hit what was left of Fort Wariel, and after slaughtering a bunch of no-good marauders, grabbing their loot, made our way north. We came to the ruins of Trumbe. Sindelius said they were eyelid or eyelid or some kind of old civilization, but all I cared about was how loaded with gold they were. He said usually there were, so in we went. What a mistake. The place was crawling with skeletons and ghosts. Those things give me the creeps. How can I fight something that ain't even alive? Lewin took a few good hits and had to pop all his potions. Centellius broke his arm when a trap almost crushed him to death, and I got a nice nasty scar across my forehead. Close call. Best of all, when we got to the treasure hoard, Lewin was out of lockpicks. Why did we even keep him with us? We had to drag the damn container out of Trump and all the way back to Camp Atrin. Now I'm sitting here staring at a stupid metal box, wishing I could use Lewin's head to bash it open. What a dolt. 13 Rain's Hand, 3E431. After a night of deciding whether or not to snap off Lewin's legs and use them as firewood, I sent Cendelius and Lewin to Anvil to buy more lockpicks while I guarded the box. They came back in a few hours, and Lewin picked the lock of the first try. Good thing, too, I was still pretty mad at the guy. I don't like sitting around all day. Anyway, Cendelius got all excited when he saw something wrapped up in some sort of fancy cloth. Inside the cloth there was a bunch of stuff, but the best was the sword. What a beauty. Blade looked like a mouth with teeth. Handle like golden snakeskin, and the gem in the middle of a perfect orange and red like the sky at dawn. Cendelius was going crazy, and I asked what all the noise was for. He told me it was Akaviri or something like that, and made by the snake people or the Sayasi or whatever. Ah, I finally know how to pronounce Sayeski. It's not Saichi. Sayeski. Sayeski. Okay. Cendelius said Sayesi starts with an I just now when he saw me writing this, but that doesn't make any sense. Tsaesci. Sayesi. Ooh, I finally know something. Fine, there, I wrote it. By the nine, Cendelius is nosy sometimes. Well, anyway, the best is yet to come. Right as the sun was setting, the sword vanished for a moment and was suddenly replaced by another weapon that looked almost the same, but the gem on it was deep blue and purple. Cendelius said he was certain that at dawn it would change back to the orange and red gem. Well, this was good enough for me. That alone made the sword the best thing I'd ever seen. Lewin muttered something about Akaviri magic, but I told him to shut up. I decided to call the sword Dawnfang when it was orange and red, and Duskfang when it was blue and purple. 14 to 16th Rain Sand, 3E341. Things are getting better and better. With my new sword in these last few days, I found out Dawnfang is a fireblade, and Duskfang is a frostblade. Handy for extra killing power. The best was what I found out when a minotaur decided to jump on us and I landed the killing blow. I heard a voice in my head. Or maybe a thought? I don't know. It was weird, but it felt like the sword knew it had just killed the minotaur, like it was counting or something. At first I thought maybe I was just tired, but after tearing through a camp of bandits, it kept counting. After the 12th kill, it told me its thirst was satisfied. At least I think it told me. Then it stopped. Cendelius said it's possible the sword's a blood drinker. My kind of sword. But he didn't know what would happen. It didn't take that long to find out. When dusk came around and the blade changed, I almost fell off the campfire log. The new blade was still Duskfang, but it seemed stronger. I could just tell. I couldn't wait to try it out. I ran right out and looked for something to kill. Didn't take long to come across a few of those stupid imps. Sure enough, not only did it do more frost damage than normal, but also I could feel the energy from the creature transfer to me every time I hit it. What a weapon this was! Yeah, Duskfang Superior. That's what I call it. Sometimes I amaze even myself. Cendelius said he was sure Duskfang would drink blood too, and I could power up Dawnfang with it. I spent all night looking for 12 things to kill, and when the sun came up, he was right. Dawnfang Superior is to be this one's name. It's like having 4 blades in one. 17th to 19th Rain's Hand, 3E341. It's been the most fun I have ever had in my life, cutting a bloody swath across the ruins of Cyrodiil with my new double sword. Cendelius and Lewin are even more confident now that we have such a powerful weapon among us. We've gathered tons of loot in the last 3 days, but nothing compares to this. We're going to head north and explore the area around Nibbin Bay today. Hope that something else like this turns up in our adventures. Then I'm going to retire. Okay. Dawn Fang. So this is our new main weapon. So, fire damage, gold crystal, frost damage, purple crystal. It's daytime.
I hope you're
Very
pleased
much
with
so.
your earnings.
Yes.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Before exiting Zidillion, I was attacked by 3 unusual beings in equally strange armor. I should ask Caliban if he knows anything about them. Heart of Order.
That was quite a battle. I hope you are uninjured.
What were those beings?
You've not heard the legends? How could that be? Those beings, as you call them, aren't beings at all. They are the soulless abominations known as the Knights of Order. Their attraction to the Resonator isn't surprising. It was built from one of the obelisks that dot the isles they seem to have an affinity for. You must proceed to Sheogorath at once and tell him the Knights have returned. Quickly now, go!
Okay. Where is out? Okay, so that sword is a good reason for making Shivering Isles one of your first stops if you're going to use blades. With the caveat, in vanilla, this blade would stay small. I have a mod that will level it up with me. So its damage will increase over time instead of just being a relic.
Blessings, citizen.
Always a pleasure.
Well now, what news do you have to
I was
report?
attacked by knights.
So soon? Not a surprise, I suppose. We'll get to that later. No need to burden your little brain with it now. And Zidillion, since you're standing here, I assume you've succeeded. Or you're terribly confused, or really lacking in good judgment.
Zidillion functions once more.
Wonderful! Time for a celebration! Cheese for everyone! Wait, scratch that. Cheese for no one. That could be just as much of a celebration if you don't like cheese, true? You've run a maze like a good little rat. But no cheese for you yet. Oh, well, maybe a little. I've granted you a new spell. The ability to summon Haskell, my Chamberlain, to aid you in your travels. He knows a lot. More than he knows. In fact, give it a try. Summon our friend to you now. I'll wait.
Just for that, Sheogorath, I am making myself an amazing lunch when I'm done here. And you will be jealous, because it's brioche bread with some really good Havarti melted cheese and some Honeycrisp apple that's sliced up really thin and put in with it. It's amazing, and you can't have any, jerk. Cheese tease. Okay, let's see. New spell. I don't see it. Is it a skill? Is it an ability? What is it? Where is it? Are you lying? How? Well now. He's very insistent and won't tell me what he wants of me until I do it. Well...
Oh, I see you've returned.
Have I summoned you?
How exciting for you. I believe you have some news for Lord Sheogorath. Perhaps you should be speaking with him instead of illuminating me with your presence.
Oh, Haskell. Well, come on. Oh, there it is. Summon Haskell. Okay. So... Immune to silence. That's funny. Okay.
Our Lord has granted you the power to summon me. How wonderful for me. When summoned, I can offer advice on your current endeavor. I imagine it's up to you what to do with my wisdom. Do try to use your power sparingly. I have duties to which I must attend. Rather more important than shepherding you around, I'm sure.
I love you, Haskell.
Why, look who's here. You. How about that? Isn't that a hoot? I love it myself. Best part of being a Daedric prince, really. Go ahead. Try it again. He loves it.
Ah, summoned again. My lord does so enjoy that, as is his prerogative. I'll assume you're done for now.
Love you, Haskell. I love you, Sheogorath.
Good, good. You'll need all the help you can get if you're going to defeat Jiggalag and stop the Grey March.
Oh, don't expect to summon dear Haskell anywhere but in the realm. He dislikes leaving my presence. I get that sometimes.
Jiggalag, who's that?
The Daedric Prince of Order. Or biscuits. No, order. And not in a good way. Bleak, colorless, dead. Boring! And not a fan of my work, I can tell you. Hates it, hates me. A bit single-minded, if you take my meaning. You've seen his knights. Not the warm and cuddly sort. Not a bit of original thought in their lifeless husks. So, you're going to help me stop him.
Hey, how?
Again with the niggling little details. Hold your tongue, or I will. We'll get to that, all in due time. For now, you've got other work to do.
What is the Grey March?
An event. A movement. An apocalypse of sorts. Happens every era, at the end of every era. Which is to say, now. The Grey March comes and Jiggalag walks. Or runs. Never skips, sidles, or struts. Mostly he just destroys everything around him.
What would you ask of me now?
Ask? Ask? I don't ask! I tell! This is my realm, remember? My creation, my place, my rules! Look at you! No concept of what you've stumbled into. No sense of place. You don't even really know where you are, do you?
I suppose few really do, but that's beside the point. We're going to give you a taste of where you found yourself. You're going to learn.
Learn? Learn what?
Two halves, two rulers, two places. Meet and greet. Do what they will, so you know what they're about. The Duke of Mania and the Duchess of Dementia. Seek them out and let them show you what New Sheoth is. You might be surprised. Once you understand what my realm is, you might understand why it's important to keep it intact. And maybe you'll make some friends along the way. That's always nice. It's Jiggalag's time, and not a good time at all. You're going to help me stop it. First, though, you need to get your feet wet. I can't expect you to save the place if you don't even understand it. So speak to my dukes, learn about mania and dementia. Try not to die. Another Daedric prince. Not a nice one. I don't think any of the other princes like him, actually. I mean, Malakath is more popular at parties. And Malakath is not popular at parties. Seen them about, have you? Odd things. They've always been here, but they're not of here, if you take my meaning. You'll see those Knights of Order around them during the Grey March. Drum to them like flies to honey, or rotting flesh. Ever wonder why flies like both? Best not to ask. The Duchess of Dementia. Ever wary, ever worried. A prisoner in her own house, in a way. And a delightful conversationist, really. A bit harder to meet than Théoden. Consider making an appointment. The long-reigning Duke of Mania. A master of merriment, if you will. Or if you won't. I suspect it wouldn't matter to him. Ta! Come visit again, or I'll pluck out your eyes!
He's so cute. Right. Let's see if my recall spell works from here. I am always so excited when I don't crash horribly. Okay. Let's pick a book from the library. Mysterious Akavir. Akavir means Dragonland. Tamriel means Dawn's Beauty. Atmora means Elderwood. Only the Red Guards know what Yokuda ever meant. Akavir is the kingdom of the beasts. No men or mer live in Akavir, though men once did. These men, however, were eaten long ago by the vampiric serpent folk of oh, see, now I knew how to say it and I forgot. Sayasi. Had they not been eaten, these men would have eventually migrated to Tamriel. The Nords left Atmora for Tamriel. Before them, the Elves had abandoned Aldmeris for Tamriel. The Red Guards destroyed Yokuda so they could make their journey. All men in Myr know Tamriel is the nexus of creation, where the last war will happen, where the gods unmade Lorcan and left their adamantine tower of secrets. Who knows what the Akavir think of Tamriel, but ask yourself, why have they tried to invade it 3 times or more? There are 4 major nations of Akavir: Kamal, Sayesi, Tangmo, and Kapotun. When they're not busy trying to invade Tamriel, they're fighting with each other. Kamal is snow hell. Demons live there, armies of them. Every summer they thaw out and invade Tangmo, but the brave monkey folk always drive them away. Once Adom Sum Dir Kamal, a king among the demons, attempted to conquer Morrowind, but Almalexia and the Underking destroyed them at Red Mountain. Saishi is Snake Palace, once the strongest power in Akavir, before the tiger dragon came. Serpent folk ate all the men of Akavir a long time ago, but still kind of look like them. They're tall, beautiful, if frightening, covered in golden scales, and immortal. They enslave the goblins of the surrounding isles, who provide labor and fresh blood. The holdings of Saisi are widespread. When natives of Tamriel think of the Akaviri, they think of the Serpent Folk, because one ruled the Cyrodiilic Empire for 400 years in the previous era. He was potentate for Sudu Shai, assassinated by the Morag Tong. Tongmo is the Thousand Monkey Isles. There are many breeds of monkey folk, and they're all kind, brave, and simple, and many are also very crazy. They can raise armies where they must, for all of the other Akaviri nations have, at one time or another, tried to enslave them. They cannot decide who they hate more, the snakes or the demons, but ask one, and he will probably say snakes. Though once bitter enemies, the monkey folk are now allies with the tiger folk of Kapotun. Kapotun is the tiger-dragon empire. Cat folk here are ruled by the divine Toshraka, the tiger dragon. They're now a very great empire, stronger than Sayasi, though not at sea. After the serpent folk ate all the men, they tried to eat all the dragons. They managed to enslave the red dragons, but the black ones fled to then Potun. A great war was waged, which left both the cats and the snakes weak, and the dragons all dead. Since that time, the cat folk have tried to become the dragons. Toshraka is the first to succeed. He's the largest dragon in the world, orange and black, and he's very many new ideas. First, Toshraka says, is that we kill all the vampire snakes. Then the Tiger Dragon Emperor wants to invade Tamriel. Alright, I'm gonna try at some spell making. This is modded, okay. So I'm going to make a better restore health spell. Yourself. Okay, so costs 100 mana for 1 second. Confirm. Oh, I didn't rename it. Alright. That's disappointing. Okay, so heal minor wounds is 8 points. Oh, yeah, I need to name it. Alright. Okay, so restore health. Self 40 points. Okay, greater restore health. I don't see that I made it. That's weird. Huh. Well, let me try this the third time. Maybe I haven't modded this game to where I can create spells for myself. Confirm. Oh, okay. I have to hit the create button. Alrighty then. Okay, so now I have greater restore health. I'm going to set that as my basic heal. Alright. So, I am going to level up, take a nap, and I'm going to go buy some new spells. where I can summon something bigger than a scamp. Thank you for joining me, and we will continue with the Shivering Isles next time.